In the heart of Sanaa, a single Israeli strike may have decapitated an entire government. Houthis confirm their Prime Minister, Ahmed al-Rahawi, gone. His cabinet silenced. What Israel calls precision warfare, others see as a dangerous new frontier, a doctrine of elimination shaking the Middle East to its core. Shockwaves rippled across Yemen and the wider region this week after the Houthi movement announced that its Prime Minister, Ahmed Nasser al-Rahawi, had been killed in an Israeli airstrike on the capital, Sanaa. According to a statement released by the Houthis on August 30th, al-Rahawi was struck down alongside a number of cabinet ministers during an August 25th strike. The Israeli military confirmed it had conducted what it called a precise strike in the city, saying it hit a Houthi rebel regime military target.
We announced the martyrdom of the warrior Ahmed al-Rahawi, the Prime Minister of the Change and Development Government, along with a number of his ministers. They were targeted by the criminal and treacherous Israeli enemy during a workshop which the government holds regularly to evaluate its performance during its year in office.
Channel 12, citing Israeli defense assessments, suggested that the entire Houthi cabinet, including al-Rahawi and 12 other ministers, may have been wiped out in the strikes. The Israeli Defense Forces later said their operations also targeted the Houthi defense minister and chief of staff, who were believed to be en route to the same cabinet gathering. Channel 13 and Inet both cited political sources suggesting that the attack succeeded, raising the prospect that much of the Houthi political and military elite may have been eliminated in one blow.
The Houthis operate as an additional terrorist branch of Iran, continue to attack Israel, and threaten regional and international stability. Our message is clear: there will be no tolerance.
The Houthis have been active participants in the regional war since Hamas launched its assault on Israel in October 2023, firing missiles and drones towards Israeli cities while also targeting shipping in the Red Sea. While most projectiles were intercepted, the group vowed to continue attacks in solidarity with the Palestinians. Al-Rahawi was appointed Prime Minister of the Houthi-controlled government in August 2024 by the movement's Supreme Political Council. His tenure lasted barely a year, but came at a moment of heightened confrontation between the Houthis and Israel. Born in 1971, al-Rahawi rose through Yemen's fractured political landscape amid a war that has stretched on for nearly a decade. He was largely seen as a loyal functionary of the Houthi leadership, tasked with keeping civilian governance afloat in Sanaa, while the rebels waged war against a Saudi-led coalition and, more recently, Israel. His death underscores the vulnerability of the Houthis' governing institutions, already strained by years of conflict. For now, the Prime Minister's post appears vacant, with no successor announced by the movement. Reports about wiping out much of the group's top leadership structure raises questions about how the Houthis, who control northern Yemen and the capital, will reorganize their political command. The apparent elimination of al-Rahawi and his ministers follows a familiar pattern. Israel's escalating campaign of high-precision strikes targeting the leadership of Iran's regional network of allies. Just last year, in September 2024, Israel carried out a dramatic wave of assassinations in Lebanon, killing 7 senior Hezbollah figures in under 2 weeks, including the group's longtime leader, Hassan Nasrallah. Airstrikes flattened several buildings in southern Beirut, leaving Lebanon stunned and Hezbollah scrambling to rebuild its command. The move was described as one of the most consequential intelligence and military breakthroughs in Israel's long conflict with Hezbollah. analysts noted that Israel had shifted from picking off individual operatives to dismantling entire tiers of leadership in single strikes. It was a pattern designed to decapitate the organization and reduce its ability to recover swiftly. At the same time, Israel stepped up its targeting of Hamas figures. Notably, Hamas political chief Ismail Haniyeh was killed in Tehran, allegedly by a bomb planted months in advance, a stark demonstration of Israel's ability to strike far beyond Gaza and into the heart of Iran's capital. These killings formed part of what regional observers dubbed a decapitation doctrine, aimed at severing the command structures of Iran's proxies and disrupting their ability to coordinate attacks on Israel. The strikes in Yemen and Lebanon fit into a broader Israeli strategy that has, in recent years, extended deep into Iran itself. In June 2025, coordinated Israeli operations killed at least 16 senior Iranian nuclear scientists, reportedly setting back Tehran's nuclear program by several years. During the 12-day war with Iran in July, overnight strikes in Tehran, Isfahan, Tabriz, Kermanshah, and Arak targeted Iran's highest military command. Among those reported dead were Major General Mohammad Bagheri, Chief of Staff of Iran's armed forces, General Hossein Salami, commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps. Several physicists and nuclear scientists, including Mohammad Mehdi Taranchi and Feridun Abbasi, were also killed. Entire apartment blocks in Tehran were reduced to rubble. Israeli intelligence has long focused on leadership decapitation as a means to weaken adversaries. While past efforts typically targeted one or two figures at a time, the current phase marks a dramatic scaling up, striking entire cabinets, defense ministries, or scientific corps in single operations. The objective, Israeli analysts argue, is not only to neutralize immediate threats such as Houthi missile barrages or Hezbollah rocket fire, but to fundamentally degrade the capacity of Iran and its proxies to regroup and reorganize. This approach, however, carries heavy risks. Each strike ratchets up the prospect of regional escalation, drawing Israel deeper into simultaneous confrontations across Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, and Iran. Already, Tehran has vowed to retaliate, while the Houthis pledged to continue their missile and drone campaign. Some analysts warn the tactic may also create vacuums that embolden even more radical or unpredictable factions to emerge. A destabilized Yemen, they note, could become an even greater launchpad for attacks on Red Sea shipping and Gulf states. The killing of al-Rahawi marks one of the most dramatic blows yet to the Houthi leadership. But with Tehran vowing retaliation and the rebels pledging to fight on, the strikes risk opening yet another volatile chapter in an already combustible region.